Let's predict the goddamn playoffs. This should be a cakewalk. Nothing should go wrong at all, actually. I can't think of one thing that would possibly come to mind that would make this harder than it actually is.
The playoffs haven't even started
strap in,
yet.
you sissy
Most of
bitches.
these teams are probably not going to finish where, they do finish. The play-in tournament. Honestly, I don't really have much to say. Miami versus Atlanta. That's gonna be anybody's game. I still think both of them are gonna make it in. I think Atlanta is gonna beat Miami, but Miami's ultimately gonna beat the Raptors, who beat Chicago, to clinch the 8th and 7th spot for your Eastern Conference playoff picture. Moving on to the Wild Wild West, and I mean that quite literally because holy shit, is this a clusterfuck. This is how your Western Conference play-in tournament is going to go. I have the Lakers beating the Pelicans falling into the loser bracket of the play-in tournament to verse Minnesota. I think Minnesota is also going to be OKC in the one-off game that they have. And I think Minnesota is actually going to upset the Pelicans and take the 8th spot, with the Lakers taking the 7th spot. Honestly, if you're a Pelicans fan, I don't even know what you do here. Do you cry because you're literally broken, or do you just sit there in silence as you wonder if Zion's ever going to be healthy?
Round 1.
So this is how I think the first round's going to go. I'm only just going to go based off anything that I feel is maybe going to be an upset. I'm not going to waste too much of your time here. Starting off in the East, I literally do not want to watch Miami play Milwaukee in the playoffs again, because I feel like I see this every year. And I'm honestly getting sick of it. So I have the Bucks absolutely demolishing Miami, because Miami really can't get anything right now. So yeah, 4-0 Milwaukee. Moving on to the other Eastern Conference series, that's going to be a total cakewalk. Boston versus Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta can take a game, but let's be honest, it's probably going to be a sweep. Brooklyn versus Philly. I think Philly absolutely destroy and dominate this team. Maybe if they still had, their actual players, then they might have a chance. But yeah, Brooklyn is quickly falling into the abyss, and no one can help them, and nobody can hear their screams. So yeah, I have Philly winning in 4. The last series that I want to talk about, New York versus Cleveland. Now that's a fun series, isn't it? I don't think it's going to be necessarily fun when it comes to, the outcome of the games. I do think all the games are going to be close, but I think despite every single game in the series being close, I think Cleveland's always going to end it better. I think they're going to end the games better, which means I just feel like they're going to, win a majority of the games. I have Cleveland winning in 5. I see New York taking 1 game and keeping every single other game in the series close. I'm not picking against Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, especially now that he has, competent teammates. Dude's literally, he can go from an all-star to a fucking superstar crazy scorer. He doesn't miss when he's hot. I'm serious. It's weird. It's really weird, actually. He doesn't miss when he's hot. And he pulls the most disrespectful shots out of his ass too. He'll come down the court and he'll just FaceTime. Easy. It's so disrespectful. I love watching him play. I'm really jealous Cleveland have Donovan Mitchell, actually. So yeah, those are the teams that are making it out of the second round. Nothing, out of the ordinary. I feel like if you asked everybody, hey, predict the first round in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure they would just go like this. So yeah, but now actually the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do the Eastern Conference side first. So I'm going to finish it and then we're going to move on. Conference semifinals. Now, hold on. Milwaukee versus Cleveland. Okay, all right. Before you absolutely punch me in the face, I have Cleveland beating Milwaukee in 7 games.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hold on. Let me explain. Chill out, all right? Sit down, all right? Chill out, all right? Now, I would like to quickly reiterate something before I start this off, right? I don't think Giannis is going to be affected by anything Cleveland do. I think he's going to be the best player in the series. It's not going to be close. But you don't win a series by yourself, right? Drew Holiday's inconsistent in the playoffs on offense. He's really, really good, if not the best fucking defender under like 6'5", in the entire NBA in the playoffs, but he does become inconsistent on offense. And you know who no one's been talking about this entire season for some reason? Chris Middleton. What happened to Chris Middleton? He's been injured, yes, but did you know he's averaging 15 points this year? When on average he averages 20. Granted, it's on 30 less games, but are you really going to throw him into the fire like that and expect him to help out the way he did when you guys did win the championship? I just think it's too much of an ask, and also a very harsh to put that upon him. Of course I have Cleveland winning this series, and I think if you actually look at things, you should too. So that's why, I have Cleveland going into the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not a Cleveland fan, by the way. I'm actually a Raptors fan, so yes, I hate all these teams. I hate Boston, I hate Philly, and I hate Cleveland. I hate Milwaukee too. So before you start questioning my my unbiased opinion, I'm not a fan of any of these teams. My team is currently I don't want to talk about it. Boston versus Philly. I'm gonna get absolutely crucified for this. I have Philly winning in 7. Alright, I'm not just trying to... Okay, with the Chris Middleton point, I'm not sure if you really knew about the Chris Middleton situation, right? Maybe you looked at that, you're like, alright, that makes sense, kind of. I can see where he's coming from. Also, Donovan Mitchell is a crazy scorer. But with this one, you're like, yeah, no, I don't know about that one, guy. Okay, I'll explain. I actually have absolutely no reasoning at all. I just think my reasoning is going to be really unjustifiable. I just think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to play bad.
And we not doing that beef shit rather than money. Like 2 bad hoes in a car by piece.
Why didn't your mama swallow?
That's all. I really don't have much to say, and I think Joel Embiid's going to have a very good series. I think James Harden's going to play like shit too. I think Tyrese Maxey is going to play really good though. That's all I can say. I mean, I'm going to get shot. I don't know. I'm just going to get shot. Conference finals. I think
we do not care.
What's going to happen is I think it's going to be a 7-game series, and I think Philly's going to go to their first finals. That's my prediction for the Eastern Conference. Please don't hurt me. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, get a load of that guy, right? What a moron. All right, let's talk about the West.
Round 1.
I'm going to get the boring series out the way. Denver literally just decimate Minnesota in 4. And then Grizzlies versus the Lakers. Now this, I got the Grizzlies actually losing in 7 to the Lakers. I don't know. I just don't think, after everything that's been going on with them, I don't really see them beating LeBron. Plus, who the fuck's going to stop LeBron? And then also, who's going to keep up with LeBron's scoring and AD scoring? I mean, I think Josh should be back, but I don't know. You can't really expect him to come back completely the same and absolutely dominate. Plus, the Lakers' defense looks very good. Like, very, very good. And I think AD is just going to become, honestly, the best center in the NBA. Alongside Joel Embiid, of course. And Jokic. Moving on to, I think, actually, the second best series in the entire playoffs. Sacramento versus the Clippers. I think the Clippers currently do not have Paul George, but they do still have Kawhi. And if there's any human being on this planet that can literally carry a team against a very good opponent, he did it against, he almost did it, against Utah, but he got injured. He can easily beat Sacramento by himself without Paul George. And maybe potentially, I'm not sure what the timeline for Paul George is. He might be back, he might not be back, but this is how I think it's going to go. I think Sacramento actually win with Paul George, and I think Sacramento still win without Paul George. I don't think the Clippers are getting out of the first round this year, and I'm not even being a troll. I just think Sacramento is really good. I don't think Sacramento, and I don't mean this in a bad way, they're not Utah. They're not the Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert Utah team. This team is a really good team. And I could see a scenario where De'Aaron Fox puts up the historic numbers that maybe Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell did in the bubble. I think he has that sort of playoff series where he's arguably maybe the best player on the entire floor. And I think Sabonis only helps in terms of just making sure this entire offense and honestly defense as well function together, and they play hard. They play really hard. So that's why I actually have them beating the Clippers. Phoenix versus Golden State. Without a doubt, the most entertaining first round matchup. It's not even close. This is how I think it's going to go. I think Golden State is going to be very, very good at home, like they have been doing in the regular season, but absolutely atrocious when they go away. And I think that's why Phoenix wins in 7. A Golden State team without Andrew Wiggins loses in 7, but I think a Golden State with Andrew Wiggins wins in 6, if that makes any sense. That's basically my prediction in this series, because Andrew Wiggins literally was maybe their second best player in that playoff run, so that is a huge piece to be missing. And plus, he plays so well off of Clay, Jordan Poole, and Steph Curry, even Draymond, so it's like he's such a huge piece in their run that literally is very, very undervalued, actually. So that's how I think that series is going to go. But because I don't really know what's going on with that situation, I have Phoenix going through, currently as it stands of today. Conference semifinals. I think Phoenix beats Denver in 7, and I think the Lakers beat Sacramento in 6. And I think it's going to be Phoenix versus the Lakers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Kind of a cop-out, I know. This would be a really fucking fun Eastern Conference Finals, though. Conference Finals. And I actually have Phoenix going through. I think Phoenix are going to beat the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. And I think Phoenix is also going to beat Philly in the finals as well. So my prediction for the 2023 NBA season is that the Phoenix Suns are going to be the NBA champions. Please crucify me, even though it's just a prediction. It's not actually going to happen. But yeah, don't shoot me. Have a great rest of your day.